Welcome to Module 6. I'm going to help you set your baseline measurement for your level of contentment right now, here today. So you have everything that you need to do to use this tool that I'm going to share with you, because your emotions are your barometer. There is no right, there is no wrong. It's you experiencing your life today. The tool is really simple to use. The trick is to pause regularly to check in with yourself. So that's one of the things I would invite you to do, to write down as a homework assignment, is every morning for at least the next 7 days, use the contentment meter. I use it at the beginning of the day. It sort of sets the tone for my day, but you're welcome to use it anytime. But my invitation or my challenge to you is to use this at least once a day for the next 7 days. So on page 13 of the ebook, you will find a copy of the contentment meter. You can print a copy out. People find the paper copy very helpful to begin with. I will tell you that clients who have been using this instrument for many, many years no longer need the piece of paper. Again, there's no right and wrong. They use it more as a meditative, like I use it more meditatively, where I sit and I check in with myself for each of the 4 core life connections. I will tell you though, a benefit of using the paper is that you can step back and you can visually see how balanced are all of your core life connections. Because we find with our clients, overall, your level of satisfaction with the 4 core life connections is a predictor of your contentment in life. So however it works for you, you can use it either way. So let's look at the contentment meter. So you will see, and we've been using these terms throughout all the modules. There's the 4 core life connections, there's just right in the middle, and then there are degrees of overwhelm or degrees of craving. So it's like a teeter-totter, if you think about it. So take just a second and think about how satisfied are you with connection with self. So it's very much, if you recall from module 2, about alignment with values and how your actions, the actions that you're taking, are aligned with your values and what's important to you, and that it's typified by you're being energized. So is it just right? Is it craving or overwhelm, or some degree of one of those? And just shade in the oval. Okay, so connection with higher self. Is it just right as you define it? Or is it overwhelmed or craving? So just think about that, and that's your ability to unplug, rest, revive, restore access to wisdom. We covered that in module 3. The third connection with intimates. This is that place, the honest to goodness, no kidding, I can be my authentic self, and not only is that okay, that is welcomed and cherished. You are cherished. It's a very safe place. So is that just right for you? Is it overwhelm, or is it craving? And then community. These are the folks, a big group of folks, who share your values or common goals, and you come together, and again, you are, there's a sense of belonging. We covered that in module 5. So think about, is it just right for you? Are you overwhelmed by your collective connections with community, or are you craving something? So now just reflect on your overall profile, and what do you notice when you look at your connection profile? Is it all just right? I do run into people who can say, these are all just right. That's not an accident. They've made conscious and intentional decisions over the weeks and months and years. And these things don't happen by themselves. These do require tending, adjustments as you evolve, adjustments as other people evolve. A really simple but great metaphor that I had learned about, it was in a coaching class, and we were talking about balancing. And they said, okay, so stand on one foot. So we're standing on one foot, and then of course you start to get tired and wobbly, and you might put your foot down a little bit and pick it up, and you might fall over. it's like that there's some tending to the balancing of these core life connections. It's not impossible, but they're not an accident. Okay, so if you are not all just right, up and down all four, then notice where you are craving or where you're overwhelmed by something. And I invite you to think of one small adjustment that you could make today when you finish up this module to adjust that to get it closer to just right for you. I have worked with clients who say, I know exactly what I need to do. I need to quit my job. I mean, that's a big step, but not everybody does that. It's, it can be just little chunks and chunks and or you might, I'm throwing a lot of new concepts at you, and you're likely going to need some time to digest what I'm sharing and trying to make sense of what does this mean in my life. So to recap everything that we've covered in the mini course, really the secrets of these one is there's 4 core life connections. That's one big secret. Maybe you didn't know that before you started engaging with me through the YouTube channel. But you have everything you need to create a contented life. You might need to make some new choices, but when you get all of these balanced in a way that works for you, you have an anchor in your life that will guide your choices. You have access to unlimited wisdom. You have a safe place to fall, safety, and you have a sense of belonging. Who doesn't want that? That is a fabulous life experience. It also hinges on a couple of things. One is having some rituals in your life to tend to these core life connections. So in connection with intimates, my husband and I, for example, have a ritual that we do date night every Thursday night. And yeah, maybe I'm out of town or he's got a commitment or something, but we never cancel date night. We always move it to another day. And it doesn't always look the same, but we know in a busy, hectic schedule that there's going to be at least one time during that week when we can just carve out time just for us as a couple. And I really cherish that time. It's also about measuring. So I invite you, now you've got your baseline, you know where you've started in terms of your contentment meter readings. I invite you to, again, try the 7-day challenge and then develop a ritual and a set of timing that works for you to periodically check in and do a contentment meter. You'll also know, you'll know if you need a little mini emergency touch-in, because there are times when I'm really puzzled, like something seems really off track, or it might be that I'm spiraling, like something happened and I got triggered. It's whenever I can just calm my mind and come back down and quickly run through the 4 core life connections, I generally know, like, oh, that's what's happened. And then I can start focusing on getting things back in balance. Finally, I haven't used this word through this mini course, but one of the big, big benefits of finding a nice balance in your core life connections is resilience. And we're going to talk about that in the coming weeks and months. So if you stay tuned to the YouTube channel, Discovering Contentment, we are going to help you with all of that. You're not in this alone. If you have any questions, you can reach me at heather@discoveringcontentment.com. And I just know that now you have this information, the secrets of the core life connections, you are going to be able to create an even better experience for you.